What's going on, vibers? It's your boy J.S. Vaughn. And guess what, y'all? We back with another one. Today's track is called Ahmed by your boy Lowkey. You know what I mean? Let's jump right into it, fam. Let's go.
His young life was as delicate as the wing of a butterfly and as fragile as a spider's web. For him we cry, 'cause when he dies, we all do.
That's deep, man. When he died, we all do.
For him we cry, 'cause when he dies, we all do. Did Ahmed not deserve a life? Ahmed never hurt a fly. Ahmed never knew the politicians he was murdered by. Certain
And that's crazy. He's talking about all the freaking people that's just living their lives and whatnot and got murked just because of somebody's war. You know what I mean? Normal people in society only wants to live and raise their kids in a peaceful place and shit. The act of war is usually the governments that take that upon themselves for whatever reasons it might be, you know what I mean? But a lot of times the normal motherfuckers, the motherfuckers that's not even part of this shit, gets affected more than the motherfuckers actually in the war, you know what I mean? That's deep right there.
Ahmed never hurt a fly. Ahmed never knew the politicians he was murdered by. Certain times Ahmed wished that he could be a bird and fly beyond the sky, escape the curse of birth that he was burdened by.
My bad.
Ahmed never grew to let your racism internalize. Water poured from every pore in his corpse while the nurses cried. Ahmed was a beautiful person like you or I. But are we? Ahmed could.
He said like freaking Ahmed was a beautiful person like you and I. But are we?
Was a beautiful person like you or I. But are we? Ahmed could have been a doctor, lawyer or an engineer. Could have been a superstar, but his life ended here. Guess he was a shooting star, burned bright and disappeared. To some he seems to represent a menace in this hemisphere. Let me hear, make the very essence of this message clear. He was precious, many die like him every year.
Just like he was precious, many died like him every year. So all them souls have freaking all them people that's passing away from these wars and whatnot. It's like their life that's being affected, just like the COVID shit. It's like there's a life being wrong. It's a life being freaking killed. It's not just a number, you know. They're not just numbers.
Here, make the very essence of this message clear. He was precious, many die like him every year. Ahmed was a victim of resentment and relentless fear. Now his soul surfs the waves. I like that. I like that. Was a consequence of relentless and countless fears. You know what I mean? Let me go back to see if I could. Let me hear, make the very essence of this message clear. He was precious, many die like him every year. Ahmed was a victim of resentment and relentless fear. Now
resentment and relentless fear, you know what I mean? And this is something that I always freaking talk about and shit, yo. When you don't fucking understand something, you're bound to fear that thing that you don't freaking understand, and your fear builds up to be rage, you know what I mean? And your rage freaking turns out to be destruction and whatnot, you know what I mean? And all you have to do at that period where you don't understand or you fear is jump into that pot of stew and shit and try to understand, you know what I mean? Because once you jump in and you start understanding certain things and shit, the fear goes away, and the ability to deal with the situation or even accept the situation as it is comes into play, you know what I mean? And you find different ways to deal with those fear factors that no longer exist, you know what I mean? Because you have the means of understanding now, you know what I mean? That's what it is. A lot of freaking wars is built on fear, point blank, you know what I mean?
his soul surfs the waves. I like him every year. Ahmed was a victim of resentment and relentless fear. Now his soul surfs the waves. I wish we could have kept him here.
The sea, it holds our secrets. The sea, it holds his soul.
I like that. The sea, it holds his secrets. The sea, the sea, the sea, it holds the souls.
The sea, the sea, the sea, it holds his soul. They call him Ahmed. The sea, the sea, the sea, it holds our secrets.
His soul, my bad.
The sea,
Our
the
secrets,
sea,
too.
the sea, it holds his soul. They call him Ahmed.
Ahmed's ancestors introduced to Europe Greek philosophy, brought with them irrigation, mathematics, and astronomy. Symbolically, irony.
And he's just saying like what Akim people brought to freaking society, you know what I mean, as a whole, you know what I mean, and that's a lot of fucking shit. Meaning like the Egyptians and whatnot, you know what I mean.
To Europe Greek philosophy, brought with them irrigation, mathematics, and astronomy. Symbolically, irony of this horror isn't lost on me. Trying to get to Europe via Greece is where he's lost at sea. Ahmed, not Ahmed, it's Ahmed, he's that dead. Toddler lying lifeless on the beach with his back bent, arms spread, reaching the direction that his dad went. If he made it here, would have been bullied for his accent. He was captured by the ocean, paralyzed and frozen while these parasites sat and tied, analyzing clothing out for resources. We all compete beyond the talk of war and peace and talk of porous ball.
I even like he said like these motherfuckers actually freaking let me go back because I'm not gonna say it exactly like he said it, but
Been bullied for his accent.
bullied for his accent. Hold up. Well, bullied for his accent. He accepted by captured by the ocean. But that's not what I want.
Spread, reaching the direction that his dad went. If he made it here, would have been bullied for his accent. He was captured by the ocean, paralyzed and frozen while these parasites sat and tied, analyzing clothing.
He said, while these parasites now for sat and type analyze his clothing and shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's just yeah, let's go.
Captured by the ocean, paralyzed and frozen while these parasites sat and type, analyzing clothing out for resources. We all compete beyond the talk of war and peace and talk of porous borders. There is corpses on the shore of Greece. They found a teddy next to where his body was found. The sea swallowed him, politics has swallowed him now, and those responsible, Ahmed's goals will follow them now to the.
He said politics has swallowed him now, you know what I mean? It's not the soldiers that's killing him. It's the politics of freaking I don't know of war, of freaking power or of whatever and whatnot. But like these souls are dying, and one of the main reasons is because of the politics, world politics and shit. You know.
Politics has swallowed him now, and those responsible, Ahmed's goals will follow them now. To the family, all we can say is we are sorry he drowned because
The sea, it holds our secrets. The sea, it holds his soul. They call him Ahmed. The sea, it holds our secrets. The sea, it holds his soul.
they say, let him drown, let him drown, let him drown. What have you done? Let him drown, let him drown. No, what have we become? Don't let him drown. No, don't let him drown. And they say, let him drown, let him drown, let him drown. What have you done? Don't let him drown, don't let him drown. No, what have we become? Don't let him drown. Please don't let him drown.
So this right here is talking about like the people that's coming from the sea and the freaking them dying at sea and shit. You know what I mean? For a better living and better life and whatnot. And once they get across, this is why it took me a minute to get. I was like, yeah. But it took me a minute to get it and shit, because war is the main factor of that. You know what I mean? You want to freaking go somewhere that you can feel safe and shit. But once you get to the place that you thought was going to get you safe and whatnot, you're really not safe. You know what I mean? People looking at you because of the way you dress, the way your clothing is and shit. And you leave one fucked up situation for another fucked up situation. You know what I mean? And which have different meanings why the places are fucked up. You know what I mean? But let's go.
What have we become? Don't let him drown. Please don't let him drown.
He's like, please don't let him drown.
Ahmed could have been you, and Ahmed could have been me. We need to understand the policies that put him in the sea. We need to understand why.
You see, you need to understand the policies that put them in the sea and shit. You know what I mean? Like if they were like better freaking laws of freaking, I don't know, freaking moving to different countries and shit like that, then these people wouldn't have to go through these means and shit to get into certain places and shit. You know what I mean?
We need to understand the policies that put him in the sea. We need to understand why it is the beach is full of dying kids. A colonial metropole people want to reside in. If he did, would he make it or fall to something that's deeper? End up like Jimmy and Benga or Khalid Abu Dharifa. A picture back.
I don't know who Jimmy. I don't know who Jimmy is.
Would he make it or fall to something that's deeper? End up like Jimmy.
If anybody know who Jimmy is, you know what I mean, in his backstory, please put me on and whatnot. It sounds like something that I should know. You know what I mean? Let's go.
A picture by Kevin Paulus on the beaches of Tarifa made me see someone grieve more if Ahmed was a creature with 4 legs. Then they would consider him legitimate. Those like engraving barbed wire.
Hold up. I've been saying this shit forever, yo. Let's go. Thank God I'm not the only motherfucker that sees this shit. Yo, hold up. We want to go back. Let's go back, yo. Let's go back.
Paulus on the beaches of Tarifa made me see someone grieve more if Ahmed was a creature with 4 legs. Then they would
grieve more if Ahmed was a creature with 4 legs. You know what I mean? Then they would consider him
legitimate. Those like him brave and barbed wire burning.
Legitimate. Those like him brave. Barbed wires burning off their fingertips. Come on, son. I've been saying this shit like for fucking ever, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like, there's nothing wrong with freaking wanting to save freaking animals, bro. That's a fact. That's dope and shit. But like when millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and billions and trillions of people dying all around the world on some fucked up shit, you know what I mean? Won't we solve that problem first before we freaking try to deal with the animals? You know what I mean? Because we could relate way more to human beings and animals and whatnot. There's a reason for us trying to save them. You know what I mean? And I understand, like, yo, yeah, there are pets and things of that nature and shit, but fuck, man, they're my brothers and my sisters and my aunts and my aunts and shit. You know what I mean? That's another level to look at it. You know what I mean? But and in the same token and whatnot, we'll freaking spend. I mean, I could go on a tantrum with this for hours and shit, but I'm not. You know what I mean? But like, let's put the same freaking energy that we put into animals and put that energy into human beings. You know what I mean? Let's go. It's not difficult. You know what I mean? Let's go, man.
With 4 legs, then they would consider him legitimate. Those like him brave and barbed wire burning off their fingertips while force alien. That mentality still exists as privilege. The difference between an expat and an immigrant. For I'm a Somali and Ahmed Rasul Muhammad. When you take others' humanity, it's only yours that's stunted, not a swarm.
My guy
here. Somali and Ahmed Rasul Muhammad. When you take others' humanity, it's only yours that's stunted, not a.
When you take somebody's humanity, it's only you that stunts it. You know what I mean? Not a swarm. You know what I mean? So basically, it's basically saying like, yo, the only reason this dude you just done took the motherfucker's humanity away and shit. So therefore, when you look at him, he looks beneath you and shit. But you the motherfucker that did that shit. You know what I mean? you could have treated him equally, but you choose not to. You know what I mean?
And Ahmed Rasul Muhammad, when you take others' humanity, it's only yours that's stunted, not a swarm. There are sisters and brothers, that's the sum of it. The cockroaches here are in the media and the government, not the sea.
The sea, it holds our secrets. The sea, it holds his soul. They call him Ahmed. The sea, it holds our secrets. The sea, it holds his soul.
Ahmed never knew the politicians he was murdered by.
Never knew the politicians he was murdered by.
Never knew the politicians he was murdered by. Ahmed never knew the politicians he was murdered by.
Wait a minute, did you have something to do with it? Yes. No, yes, no. No, that Navy SEAL training was just for laughs. Wait a minute, you trained as a Navy SEAL? No, how did you know? Who said anything about Navy SEALs? I'm just a simple little terrorist. Stop interrogating.
See that shit? You know what I mean? Like, That's what I'm trying. I get why they choose that clip at the end. I don't want to go. I don't want the fucking video to go to the next video. That's why I pause it right now. It's a lag a little bit. Anyways, yo, but I hope you guys enjoy this shit. This shit right here, heartbreaking. That's why I like freaking doing videos with Lowkey and shit, because like he opens your freaking mind to seeing things that you didn't see before. You know what I mean? Or you wasn't privy to. You know what I mean? And it caused you to be able to make changes in the way that you treat people and force people, not force, but like open other people's minds in what's going on, like I'm doing right here. You know what I mean? I hope you guys enjoyed this track as much as I enjoyed reacting to it. If you guys did, you already know what to do. Leave it down there in the comment section all day long. You know what I mean? If you want more tracks from your boy Lowkey or any other type of videos, we'll put it down there in the comment section. I get to it as soon as possible. This right here is my motherfucking thumb. I need y'all to take y'all motherfucking thumbs and throw it all the way up to the motherfucking sky and shit. Show me some love and support in that way. Another way you guys should show me some love and support is by subscribing to the channel right down there all day long. And that's about it. I'm gonna check you guys out next time on the next video. Peace out, one love, and I'm out. Did I say that too quick? Anyways, yo, I'm out. You already know, fam. Let's go.